Ricardo Hector Asch, born the 26th of October 1947, is an obstetrician, gynecologist, and endocrinologist. He worked with reproductive technology and pioneered gamete intrafallopian transfer (GIFT). In the mid-1990s, he was accused of transferring ova harvested from women into other patients without proper consent at the University of California, Irvine's fertility clinic. The Orange County Register's investigations into these practices led to that paper's receiving the 1996 Pulitzer Prize for investigative reporting. Asch left the United States 1 year before a federal indictment was filed. Asch was last reported as living in Mexico in 2011. Education and early career. Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Asch studied at the University of Buenos Aires School of Medicine, graduating in 1971. In 1975 he moved to the United States and worked with Robert Benjamin Greenblatt at the Medical College of Georgia before his reproductive endocrinology fellowship at the University of Texas Health Science Center at San Antonio. Among his many publications were his pioneering experience with GIFT and research on oocyte donation. In 1986 he joined the University of California, Irvine, UCI. In 1990 he became the director of the Center for Reproductive Health of UCI, heading the infertility program. Asch was named assistant dean of UCI the same year. He lectured worldwide and accrued 2 honorary professorships by 1994. UC Irvine fertility scandal. In 1995, the Orange County Register broke the story that Asch, then chief of the University of California, Irvine's Center for Reproductive Health, and his 2 partners were accused of transferring women's eggs harvested from women into other patients without their permission. These eggs were fertilized and the resulting embryos transferred to these other women, some of them then conceiving. At least 15 live births resulted from the alleged practice. At that time, the misappropriation of human eggs was not legally considered a crime. However, numerous civil lawsuits were filed, and UCI paid out more than $27 million to settle patient claims. Auditors from KPMG Pete Marwick investigated the clinic and found that almost $1 million was privately pocketed. In 2006, university officials admitted to the Los Angeles Times that they had not notified at least 20 women whose eggs were stolen by Asch and his colleagues. Aftermath. Asch and colleagues Jose Balmaceda and Sergio Stone were indicted on charges of mail fraud and income tax evasion. Asch suspended his practice, sold his properties, and fled to Mexico. Balmaceda escaped to Chile, while Stone stayed in the U.S. and was convicted of insurance fraud in 1997 and paid a fine. In January 1996, Asch testified at a deposition in Tijuana that university employees were responsible for errors that had occurred, such as mismatching patients and failing to obtain patient consent. Asch later opened a practice in Mexico and later in Argentina. He was formally fired by the university in 2000. He attained a Mexican citizenship in 2001 in addition to his native Argentine citizenship. Extradition efforts and capture. In 2004 Asch was arrested in Argentina, but an extradition request was denied. Asch's lawyer claimed that the indictment should be dropped since he was already tried in Argentina and acquitted. Asch was arrested again in Mexico in November 2010. On December 30, 2010, the Mexican Attorney's General Office, PGR, announced on its website that it had initiated proceedings to have Asch extradited to the United States. However, Asch was released on bail in early 2011. Subsequently, the judge ruled that as Asch had already been tried in Argentina and acquitted, and as no new evidence was provided, the double jeopardy rule applied, thus Asch was free and would not be extradited to the United States. Awards and other activities. Asch, who owned an entertainment company at the time of the scandal, was one of the producers of the Andre Agassi and Nick Bollettieri instructional tennis video attack. See also List of fugitives from justice who disappeared. References External links: Pulitzer.org's archive. The registers stories exposing R. Asch. Legal summary by R. Asch. Ricardo Asch. Support.com website supporting R. Asch. In quest for miracles, did fertility clinic go too far? Los Angeles Times, the 4th of June 1995. Accessed the 23rd of October 2009.